Hello everybody, this is Mr. Romagna and welcome to College EDS. This is our, I want to say it's 5th period class, and what we're going to be doing in this class mostly is we're going to be dealing with a program called GeoGebra. Okay, the idea behind it is to give you some very basic or a very basic introduction into what we would call computer programming, and also to give you a chance to reinforce some of your mathematics. So think of it as an add-on to your math class as well. Okay, first thing you do is that when you get your device, you are going to log in to the website that you see up here. It's going to give you an icon that has like these little bubbles surrounding, almost like a pentagon shape. Okay, and the name of, or the website would be www.geogebra.org/classic. Okay, give you a chance to copy it if you need to. Now, once you're there, what's going to happen is you're going to go ahead and you will create an account. Okay, so when you create an account, what I want you to do is make sure that you create it using your Google account. Okay, and preferably meaning the one that's for LAUSD. All right, so it won't be your private account. It shouldn't be. It should be something that's linked to the school. Okay, so first thing you do is that once you're there and you create an account, you're going to do one based on Google. All right, so you create an account using Google, and once you've done that, you would then go ahead and basically use your LAUSD account. All right, so on mine, for example, I have like 3 different accounts there. The one that I would use is the one that has the ending LAUSD.net. On yours, it's going to say mymail.lausd.net, and that would be the equivalent of what I have. All right, so once you've created your account, then what happens next is you're going to kind of format the page a little bit. All right, so just kind of give you a quick heads up of what you should expect to see. Right, so the next thing that happens is that you're going, in order to know that you've created the account, you're going to click on the what would be the upper right hand side. You're going to see these 3 little lines on top, and so what you do is you click on those, and when you do that, at the very bottom, if you've created the account correctly, you should actually see your name or some kind of identifying code, because maybe your name doesn't actually show up because you have it as some kind of a different username. All right, either way, there should be something that identifies you at the very bottom. All right, now once done and you've confirmed that you have created an account, then the next thing you're going to do with it is you're going to go ahead, and I've kind of set it up as 5 steps, but what you're going to do is you're going to notice that there's this right below the 3 lines, there's this little icon that looks like a circle and a triangle kind of overlapping each other. If you click on that, it kind of expands a little bit and gives you these extra choices. All right, the ones I want to concentrate on are the first 2, starting on the left side. The first one, if you look at figure number 3, is the one that explains or kind of gives you the choice of hiding or showing the X and Y axis. The second one right next to it is for the grid. Okay, now the one I choose is the very first one, which is a little bit difficult to see in number 5, but it's basically blank. There's no actual grid there, and we'll usually go between those 2, either blank or an actual square grid. We will probably not have a chance to work on the other grids unless we're doing some kind of little project or activity. Okay, so that's what you do. You'll set up the screen so that those first 2 are selected. I want the X and Y axis to be kind of taken off, and instead of having a grid, I want the working space to be blank. All right, it's kind of like a blank page. All right, so now once I have that, the next thing I'm going to do is I'll go to the same triangle and circle overlapping little figure, and just like I expanded it, I'm going to click on it again so that it minimizes. And then your work area, if you look at the space right next to it, right above there should be these set of icons. That's going to be your toolbar. Below that, there should be something that has a little plus sign with an input. That's going to be referred to as your algebra area. And the blank space where the grid was, that's going to be your geometry area. Okay, At the far right, upper right corner, you'll have these kind of looping arrows, and that's your undo and redo button. Okay, so if you ever do a step that you're not happy with, you can always go ahead and undo the step. All right, so that's kind of the gist of it. Now, for me, that's really all I really want you to do to set up your page, and I don't have a specific project for you to start with. What I usually do in these situations is I have my students kind of just explore, and that's precisely what I want you to do. I want you to go ahead, and on the toolbar you're going to see different things show up. So for example, you're going to see this little dot with an A on it, something that looks like a line, a perpendicular, triangle, etc., etc. So what I actually would like for you to do is to investigate, to go ahead and actually just click on those buttons and then click on the screen and see what happens. That is going to be probably the easiest way for you to kind of preview the program without me necessarily telling you step by step what to do. And I would prefer that you did that, only because it kind of gives you an idea of what you're dealing with. Okay, and then it also, what I'm hoping is that it will also give you a set of questions that you can then ask. Okay, because when we have our first meeting, what I'm kind of hoping for is that you'll be able to give me a set of questions as to how this part works, or why this is there, and what does this do. And then with those kind of questions, we can begin to explore the program further. And then at that point in time, I'll give you what I consider to be our first project. Okay, a lot of the stuff that we do in this particular class is going to be thought of as small projects. Okay, they're going to start with very simple things, and that's going to expand into more complicated constructions. All right, think of it that way. I try to set it up in such a way that the skills you get with the first few projects are the skills that kind of add up to the following projects after. So you don't have to worry about, okay, I don't know how to do this step, because ideally you've already practiced it prior. Okay, and I think that's it for now. Okay, I'm hoping to meet you soon. I know that this is kind of weird in terms of just meeting online, but I'm hoping to actually be able to meet you soon through video conferencing, and eventually we will probably be back in class, okay, in some kind of model. For now, that is all. Hope to see you soon, hope to hear from you soon, and I'm hoping that this actually made sense to you. Okay, bye.